single item we purchase has an environmental impact, so really think through your purchases and whether it's really necessary. Purchasing less of anything in general is a great way to start your low waste journey and helping the environment. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel where I aim to bring you everything from minimalism, sustainability, self-care and self-development. Consumerism has taken over our lives and we don't think twice about our purchases. And many times we shop as second nature rather than because of any real need to do so. Here are some ways we can avoid these consumeristic behaviours. Many times we go shopping because we have nothing better to do and we're just bored. In my opinion, life is too precious and too short to ever waste time feeling bored. Utilize this time to figure out your passions and exercise creativity. Plan the week ahead or plan something new or go for a walk or exercise. There are so many better activities to do than to waste your time and money on shopping out of boredom. Often people reach for their credit cards when feeling down or sad and use shopping as a method to lift our moods for that quick dopamine release, also known as retail therapy. We instead need to shift the thought process and go within to find out why it is we feel the way we do and how else we can get a dopamine hit. Ask yourself, do I really need this item? Or why do I feel this urge that I do? Many times by just asking these questions and taking a step back, this will allow you the space to reassess and no longer feel like you require that shopping spree. Use this time to journal or catch up with a friend or relative you haven't spoken to in a while. Once upon a time, you may have signed up to receive these mails from your then favorite brand, and ever since then you have been receiving mails on deals of the week and promotions. These are unnecessary temptations and can get overwhelming. Simply unsubscribe. It is as easy as that. Just click on the unsubscribe button and the temptation is gone. Plus it allows you to have more control of your incoming mails and creating a little bit more order in your life. I'm very good at talking myself out of buying things, but for those of you not in that headspace yet, this can be difficult if you have the temptation in your face every day and pretty much has the same effect as mailing lists. So be selective of who you follow on social media in general to avoid this temptation. If you have the option of buying secondhand items, do this even before thinking of purchasing an item brand new. This goes for everything from electronics to books. This helps grow the secondhand market, which is essential towards creating a more sustainable world. In economics and industrial design, planned obsolescence is a policy of designing a product with a limited useful life or a purposefully frail design so that it becomes obsolete after a certain predetermined period or suddenly ceases to function or might be perceived as unfashionable. It's the deliberate shortening of a lifespan of a product to force people to purchase functional replacements. Luckily, I grew up in a very innovative household, and the first step was never ever to assume the item was broken. We always looked to fix something that stopped working, and 9 times out of 10 this method would work. Upcycling was also something we did often. I remember the one time a fan had completely stopped working. Mind you, it was a few decades old by the time it decided to no longer work. But my brother had made a bird bath out of the frame, which you would never have been able to tell was previously a fan. There are so many such instances. We always tried to make do with what we had and reduce waste in all ways possible. It's been normalized by society to purchase items that might be a quick fix to a one-time problem. No matter how small the item or purchase might be, always try to borrow, rent, or improvise with what you have. Items such as Apple slices, egg crackers, or molds for specific vegetables to be stored in the fridge are not necessary, and you can just cut an apple using a regular knife, crack your egg on the side of your bowl or pan, and your half-used vegetable can be placed in an ordinary container. This also helps reduce the clutter in your household. The message of all these points is to reduce your carbon footprint as far as possible by reducing the waste you produce as well as consuming less of nature's resources. I hope you're able to implement at least some of these recommendations going forward. And as always, until next time, be the change you want to see.